It's hard to believe some of these toys ever made it past the drawing board. They're not just poorly designed, they're outright dangerous. Whether it's toxic chemicals, explosive parts, or sheer bad judgment, these toys turn playtime into a risk. Here are 5 most dangerous toys made for kids that should have come with a warning label or maybe a do not buy sign. 5. Easy Bake Oven, 2007 model. Kids love many things and pretend cooking is one of their favorites. So, when the Easy Bake Oven was released in 1963, it was the perfect toy for many children. Until it wasn't. The idea was simple. Create a toy that kids could use to cook, but substitute a light bulb for fire. So, most standard light bulbs at home are just 60 watts, but this one needed to heat food, so it was made 100 watts. Great idea, right? But curiosity drove kids to get their hands trapped and fingers stuck in the door. The heat from the bulb caused burns in several children. Soon, over 240 injuries were reported, and it became a major concern. The 2007 model had to be taken out of circulation and replaced with a version where the internal chamber can't be easily accessed by kids. Sadly, a poor 5-year-old had their finger partially amputated due to a severe burn caused by that design flaw. 4. Guns for kids? The 1940s was a fascinating time, and kids weren't missing out on the fun. There was this interesting toy called the Austin Magic Pistol, designed to shoot ping pong balls. That doesn't sound bad, right? But when you pulled the trigger, it released actual fire. Inside the gun was an explosive substance called calcium carbide. To make it work, you'd pop a magic calcium carbide crystal in, add some water or even spit, and bam! You'd get a flammable gas that sent ping pong balls flying. Needless to say, kids got hurt by this toy, although the company claimed it was harmless. Even worse, some of the guns exploded. I wonder who really came up with the idea to put guns in kids' hands. 3. Clacker might crack your skull. If you ever wanted to create the perfect handy toy, you'd probably design one that's quick to set up and usable everywhere. The Clacker was just that. In the 60s and 70s, kids liked it. Parents did too. Look at this guy. So, it consisted of 2 balls on a string, which children would whip around and bang together to make loud clacking sounds. Simple but fun. But if you know anything about banging fairly heavy objects together at high speed, you know that at some point, they will sometimes crash, shatter, and leave dangerous pieces everywhere. And that's exactly what happened. Soon, there were reports of kids getting seriously injured while playing. After several lawsuits, clackers were pulled from the market in the U.S. and Canada. Definitely better than kids returning with broken heads. 2. Sky Dancer got abusive. After Barbie dolls were introduced to the market by Ruth Handler in 1959, girls' dolls took off. Just like that, dolls started showing up in every style imaginable, catering to every girl's dream. Among those that made waves was one called the Sky Dancer that could fly. Once it was launched in 1994, girls loved it. It would spin so fast that when it was released, it would shoot into the air. Just look at it. Adorable, right? Not until the dolls got abusive. Although the wings were made of foam, they started to hit kids so badly that parents started to complain. After 100 injuries were reported, ranging from broken teeth to temporary blindness, and even broken ribs, 9 million Sky Dancers were recalled in June 2000. 1. Children's wood-burning kits. The name alone is enough to make you pause. Giving kids a tool designed to burn things is, without a doubt, a risky idea. Well, here's how it works. These wood-burning kits use a heated tool called a pyrography pen. The pen's metal tip becomes scorching hot when plugged in, allowing kids to draw designs or write on wood by charring its surface. As the tip moves across the wood, it burns the material, leaving darkened lines or patterns. Back in the 1950s, these kits were especially popular among scouts. Kids expected to handle fire and minor injuries with maturity. Spoiler alert, they often didn't. After all, they were still kids. But while modern versions by companies like NSI and TS Shore have added safety features and detailed instructions, let's face it, if something can burn wood, it can burn other things too. Furniture, for example, or worse, the child's fingers. These kits might spark creativity, but guess what else they can spark? Fire. Maybe some hobbies are better left for adults. That's wrap for today. Follow us more facts.